me on your show. Sir, the point is very simple. When your success becomes your enemy, a 4 million diaspora literally ruling by their sheer hard work, by their dedication, by their commitment to that country. Hindus and Indians never built a Chinatown. While in every state or every country, this, what do you call them, county of yours, there is a Chinatown. We merge with the main community. That is where we are being targeted. You see the number of CEOs who are Indian. You see the number of, business leaders which are Indian. You see the number of politicians which are Indian now. Now, incidentally, then in last 7-8 years, the rise of India at a global stature, the rise of Prime Minister Modi at a global stature, the fact that any survey in the world we need today has Mr. Modi in 1, 2 or 3. That is what is irking a lot of people. Look at our vaccine diplomacy, look at our HCQ, look at our pharma, look at our defense, the way we are rising today. There's a war between two Christian countries, Ukraine and Russia. The only leader jiski auqat hai to say something to both of these Christian countries is not President Joe Biden, is not a Boris Johnson, is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This stature of rising India is what is irking them. Pakistan is active, China is active, and incidentally, they are trying to break this whole community, demonize this community. Recently, a California State University has brought in a legislation or a law, Vineet. I don't know technically how can they bring it under the US Constitution, wherein you can complain against anti-Dalit bias. They are now trying to break Hindus into castes and subcastes, Dalit versus Brahman, Dalit versus non-Dalit. I don't know under which provision of US Constitution is this allowed. This is absolutely targeting one community. The universities where they're organizing Hindu phobia. What is Hindu phobia? If you are the most persecuted community on planet Earth, more than 100 million Hindus have been slaughtered in various genocides because of the oldest living civilization, and you're talking for Hindu phobia, you're demonizing the Hindus, so what? There is no reason except vested interest. You want to target the Indian economy, you want to target the Indian American, you want to target the Indian. This rise of India at the global stature is irking us. And when 1/6 of the humanity rises beneath and starts asking for its share, which we rightly deserve, a lot of houses of sand will shake. A lot of grounds will shake. A lot of this tamasha and drama will unfold. That is what we are seeing unfolding here. Where for the hell of argument, what is a Dalit in a US university? Do you think any Dalit who is very poor can make it to a university? Who will pay the bills? So this all drama, this is all orchestrated, divide and rule. They have taken this from the British playbook, divide and look, dismantle them, and then you can rule them, because we are bound to take what we rightly deserve. And let me add one more thing. Kamala Harris is also Indian, is also Hindu. A lot of people in the world are not happy. So the Chinese gangs, these Pakistani gangs, they have got together and they are trying to attack the source code of the oldest civilization. We have never done a renaissance. We have never done a crusade. We have never converted anybody on the blade of a sword. We have never killed anybody in the religion. Then why us? Because you are simply irked with our progress, with our hard-working stature, with our capability to merge with the world community. And the rise of India and Prime Minister Modi is something. I have to be political here, because the rise of Prime Minister Modi and India is something which you cannot digest. You cannot swallow this, and we are the only civilization which talks from economic technology. Next 10, 15 years, the way the convergence are happening to Hinduism, Will Smith, Brooke Shields, look at any of those celebrities. Are we giving a sustainable way? Our decency is considered as a weakness. First of all, when things like this happen, what is happening right now, I'm very pleased, I'm very happy, and what you're doing on the national TV prime time is full kudos to you and your channel for doing it. Because the truth has to be told. Truth has a billion ways of coming out, but somebody has to come and talk about the truth. We are protesting, we are registering our concern. That's the best thing to do. It's not that I have an American passport, okay, I'm American, you can insult my religion, you can say anything about a Hindu, bhai mujhe kya farak padta. That thing, that syndrome is gone. That is the first thing. We are decent because that is what our upbringing is like, but don't consider it as a weakness. Kashmiri Pandit genocide and exodus happened because of things like that. Because they were decent, the other religion thought they could dominate them, and ultimately the genocide happened. So there are lessons which are to be learned. There are Chinese lobbies, sir. There are Pakistani lobbies which are at work. They have seen the rise of India. I am very regular on Pakistan media. I mean, always ask me about this rise of India and rise of Hindu, and how is Indian foreign policy so resilient? How are Indians dominating the world spectrum? How you don't care about what Joe Biden says? Because I always tell them our foreign policy is independent. We think what works in our interest. This rise of India is what is irking them. And what I've been making a point, there is an attack. The attack is divide and rule. Break this block. How do you break this block? Introduce the caste. Let me ask you a question, Vineet, for the sake of argument here. In American question, there is nothing called a caste. In American constitution, where is the word caste? Wahan jati kahan hai? Why are you talking jati of a Hindu? Then why don't you talk? There are 70 sects of Muslims also. There are 15 sects in Christianity also. There are 5 sects in Judaism also. When you are talking of caste, why only Hindu is targeted? Because you want to divide the block. Now this 4 million strong diaspora and this 1.3 million strong Hindu population across the world, you want to divide them into Hindu, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Yadav, Kurmi. Then you will play your games. Oh, Yadavs are agreeing, Brahmans are not agreeing. Oh, it's a Brahman problem, it's a Kshatriya problem. This is what has been happening. I also studied that at that point of time, there was nothing like this. Why do we need this Dalit and all this? We are all Hindus. What is the business of a goddamn Gora to say, I'm a Brahman, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Vaishya, or I'm a Dalit? I am a Hindu, I am an Indian. That is all what matters to you. For the sake of God, we are not asking you what is your ancestry, which part of the England, Italy, or which Gaon of Spain you came from. We never asked that. You're American, that's it. We are a Hindu, we are Indian, that's it. But the Hindus have to realize this is a conspiracy to divide and rule. As simple as explicit as that. Let's leave our inhibitions of being too gentle.
Okay. All right.
The person you went hunting in Tora Bora and picked him up from Abbottabad, and the people who are on your most wanted list anywhere in the world, how many of them are Hindus? That will have the answer. Go and look where the problem is. Don't do duck hunting.
All right.